Hi everyone, my name's Mad Matt Lugos. Welcome back to Disco Elysium, the final cut. So, yeah, we're just talking to as many people as possible around the Whirling in rags. We could go in the kitchen, I believe, but let's talk to this fellow here, see if he's got any information for us.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Tommy the Hom, the man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. I am the law. Keep listening.
From another planet.
He finishes
Hey
and turns to you and says, "Hey there. What's going on?"
It's the jam, my man.
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries with a sweeping gesture.
The air from the east is thick with the smell of crude oils, heavy metals and other byproducts of the modern era. You can almost taste it.
And what's the jam?
It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, all around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
He glances south down the road. So how long have you been here?
Feels like forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
He snickers.
Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Care to spare some change for a working stiff? Tell me more about this strike. Know anything about the dead man, the one hanging behind the hostel there, pointing at the yard? What's he hauling anyway? What are you hauling?
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Time to arrest him.
Yeah, what are you actually hauling?
Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. I've got another haul of found cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately.
Could I get one of those tracksuits?
We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy.
Okay, never mind. So that's your machine?
This rockin' beauty. Sure is. Like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
Yeah, they're pretty neat.
Neat. For carrying large quantities of cargo a long distance. These found tracksuits need to find their way to the kids way out in Wamrau and Laurent Bird somehow.
There it is again. A little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry.
So you're not taking anything illegal?
Not unless they've illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road.
So I've got other questions.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
So tell me more about the strike.
It's like whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
Going on strike would probably help you dodge a bullet or two.
And what's the union demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Interesting.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
He takes a note. What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
Maybe I should go on strike.
Maybe you should. Cops don't get paid much and the hours are long. Plus, you can get shot. Why not?
So, I suppose the moral obligation a police officer might feel would probably override it.
The RCM is a self-managing organization that operates on donations. We promote our own leaders. It would be like striking against your own mother.
I don't know my mother, but I'd go on strike against her too, for my rights. He's got a point, I guess.
Yes, but do continue. You were asking about the strike?
Anything else?
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do.
All of who?
Us lorry drivers. Camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really.
He smiles awkwardly. Not you, though.
Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
He glances down the road toward the horizon, a glint of something in his eyes.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Okay, let's just see if we can enhance this at all. Know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Those two phrases completely contradict each other, mate.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Busy with what?
Analyzing the fundamental structural and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs.
And your conclusion?
A sense of surprise there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees.
Alright, let's hit this. Please, come on. Come on, baby. Coin flip.
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
That's my main skill. My man, I want to know about your soul. Man, you look sad. What's going on? Yeah, you look sad. What's going on?
I'm okay, man. Just... the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
The man recedes into his days of words.
Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Good talk, Tommy.
Don't be a stranger.
He gives a salute with two fingers. Alright. It's annoying to fail a skill check for our signature, right? A bold slogan, Human Ox, covers the truck. Is there a grave? What? Oh, it's a monument. Horseback monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing towards the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is this? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philippe III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippine kings of Revachol, son of Philippe II, the opulent, father of Philippe IV, the insane."
As you look up, you notice something about the statue. There are some odd indentations on the king's chest piece.
What indentations? What do I see?
Something with great kinetic energy seems to have impacted the cuirass, around where the heart is. A bullet? Someone shot him in the heart. Interesting.
Lieutenant, someone has shot the king.
Okay, I can't see it, but I take your word for it.
He cleans his glasses before looking up. What do you think?
Well, Martinez is riddled with bullet holes. This place saw a lot of action during the revolution. But the statue is recently renovated, so maybe a joke? Target practice or a political statement?
Probably political, to be honest.
Why not? What this shows us is guns aren't too uncommon here, and people still shoot them, sometimes at kings.
He takes a note in his notebook.
The king stands high above you, surveying the bay, mute and indifferent to your sightings.
Let's give this a roll.
What did he do? You have no idea what you did a week ago. How would you know what this guy did many centuries ago? High above you,
Fine. Oh. Want a physical instrument. I'll stick with conceptualization. Okay, we've got someone else over here. Give me the money. Hello there, sir.
The small, wrinkled woman does
woman.
not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there is a warm smile on her face. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter, some cigarettes and food money. Maybe she's your...
Grandma?
Nothing. Her smile just keeps widening. Her hair is grey like lead.
Excuse me, I'd like to ask some questions.
No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her.
Wait,
The lieutenant stops before you can snap.
she's just a distracted old woman. Better to leave her alone.
You say so. Right, and now might be a good time to talk to Kim. Kimmy boy,
Yes?
I wanted to talk about you.
Me?
Yes.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well, it's better together if we understand each other.
That's a fair point. Alright, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
You're wearing glasses, you don't like other people around here. Tell me a secret. Do you ever talk with yourself? Tell me a secret.
No.
Your brain sends the signal to your lips.
All right.
They refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. It's like you're locked down.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Let's accept our thraldom
The
then.
lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
You always worn glasses?
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Glasses are cool.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
So, you don't like the people in... is it mayonnaise?
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity, and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revachol.
Fair enough.
He's glad to have shut down your question.
You ever talk with yourself like me?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you have conversations with your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You're saying your brain just never just chimes in with advice or warnings or anything? So how do you, think?
What? Think? I do most of my work inside my notebook.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place.
Externalized, fair enough. That's all.
Good. Let's change the subject.
A foreign car kept in good condition. Uh-oh. The lorries probably stored fuel here. Now they store booze. Oh no. This guy is massive. Let's steal all their money first. Alright. We need to talk to a few people first. Hello there, Mr. Magazine Seller.
Welcome to Revachol.
Racist lorry driver announces the rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to the lieutenant. Why would you give a character a name like this? That's so weird. Why is that? Do you think that Kim looks foreign or something?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
Let's not chime in. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo. What's going on here, limbo?
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think my kind doesn't belong here, that I should watch myself and behave. But you see, I'm an officer of the RCM. It's actually my job to make sure you behave. I would advise you to remember that.
Silence. The air between them becomes tense. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
Okay, he needs backup. Fucking ache him. I've got your back. Give the lieutenant a punch on the shoulder. That doesn't seem supportive at all. Well, I think we all learned something here. Smile at the lorryman. That's not what we want to do. Now that's settled, we have a couple of questions. Let's back him up then.
You two make a cute couple. You know that?
The lorryman spits.
The lieutenant exhales and resumes his regular calmness. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or is it pride? Impossible to tell.
Now that that's settled, we have a couple of questions.
Whatever you say, officers.
He waits impassively, cigarette smouldering between his fingers.
He smells of heavy motor oils, and his breath of high tar content cigarettes, probably Astra Whites.
I found this mug in the trash. Show it to the man. Yours. What was all that argument? What was that argument all about? What are you hauling? Yeah, is this yours?
Oh man, that's great. Look at that guy go. Haven't seen anything that funny in a while.
He stares at the yellow man mug, then suddenly he explodes. Is it yours?
God damn. Thanks for that, but no, it's not mine.
Why are you arguing?
It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races.
Spits on the ground again.
Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
I get it, someone has to be the unpopular guy. Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. Yeah. I don't know. People tend to... A lot of people like to coat their ignorance with a lot of, you know, shallow arguments and some kind of convoluted phrasing, like he just did. So he's just being a bit of a plain racist here, mate.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books.
See?
The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it.
The science? The science? Oh, dear me.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
Okay, what else have you thought up? Or, yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Right, I've already made my mind. Want to hear it? I mean, this is obviously sarcastic, right?
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
And
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
he throws a sharp glance at Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Wait, what's this cultural victory? Say nothing. Right, I've made up my mind. Let's let him ramble.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the dangers of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, I think I can get down with racism. Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Okay, sure, whatever. I'd really rather talk about something else. Yeah, do one, buddy.
Don't push your luck, runt.
The man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere. Jump Jam's a popular music mag. A classy magazine, most able-bodied men issue hosts a top 10 list. Magnesium, thank you. So, that increases it to 2, but it's not something we take to heal, right? And what's this place? Freet, okay. We can get some more magnesium in here, right? Sleeping heals all health and morale. Okay, after 9 o'clock. A melancholy pop song plays on the radio.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10 cents.
Oh,
What is it?
that's the tear machine.
The clerk looks up out of her magazine. What is it?
It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever,
Oh, right,
and put
right.
it in the machine. Then it gives you money.
I see. And how do I pick up tear for the tear machine?
You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so...
She shrugs awkwardly.
Feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some out there.
She points
somewhere.
outside. Okay.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back. The packages are small, discreet, sloppily stacked, making them easier to take unnoticed. No need to worry about knocking over a display.
What is that?
What is what? It's a raincoat.
Girl leans over the counter to see what you're referring to.
If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real.
That's not going to happen.
Her attention is drawn to the raincoats. Stealing one undetected will now be more difficult.
Damn it. I wasn't going to try anyway. You got anything interesting
Welcome
to say?
to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
She returns to her magazine.
What's that magazine she's reading?
What is this magazine?
You mean this?
She looks at the cover boasting a colourful photo of 2 girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Okay.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34.
Okay.
This speaks to you.
Stupid famous people, I approve of this. Very futuristic. Tap on the gas kissing. Forget about all that. What's this fashion police feature? Point at the cover. I'm not even interested in that magazine. I don't know why I asked. So is that about page 34 then?
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish.
Who's the numero uno guy in there right now? And does he look like this? Point at yourself. Point to her hat. I bet your hat would take the prize. So who's the most stylish there? Can't be anyone from here. That's sarcastic, right? That hat's horrendous. So who's the most stylish?
Benita. She's a model. Usually it's a model. Or a singer-songwriter. Or a model.
Talking to teenagers is just so exhausting, isn't it?
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
The lieutenant looks at you. I've got some questions.
Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
Do you know anything about the dead body?
I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so...
Do you know who he was?
Not really.
Not really? Does it mean you knew him a little?
No. I didn't know him at all.
How long has it been there?
I don't know, really long.
What do you think happened?
I don't know.
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Uh-huh.
You got any ammonia?
She looks up from her magazine, eyes filled with tired ennui.
Yes. What we have is there, in the medicine cabinet. Go take a look yourself.
Can you tell me anything about this reality we're in?
Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or...?
Yeah, sure.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15.
Yeah. 15 is an excellent time to learn about economic reality. So what about the physical reality then?
I don't know. What about it?
The revolution?
When ordinary people take over the government and demand democracy.
And what about the one we had in Revachol?
Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean.
And what about the
Our
coalition?
government? Or do you mean something else? Sorry, I really need to finish this article.
Okay.
Cool.
Let's leave her be. The medicine?
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles line the shop wall, inviting you closer. The bottles wink at you in the light. The smokes too glitter in their wrapping. It's like looking into a kind of heaven. Your knees are weak.
Nope. That's not what I meant. Is that the medicine cabinet?
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays, and blister packs. They all bear the Zaum Pharmaceutics logo.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Measurehead, Dramamine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma.
Okay. So we could easily afford some more magnesium. I don't think we need any just yet. Alright. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips too. Alright. I don't know if we should go and talk to the big guy just yet. Feels like there's going to be some kind of confrontation, right? They're rallying a bunch of people together. They're not going to be happy to see coppers, right?
Scab?
Asks a man with jolly eyes, tilting his head. Yeah, I'm a scab, poor and downtrodden, wave your fist. Right to work. But yeah, scabs are people who work for the place while there's a strike going on, so the people on strike really hate scabs. I don't think we should say this either. That might have got me in trouble. A notice, in case of a strike, press button behind the guard. A hermetically sealed door locked by electronic means. There's no lock picking or door kicking this. Future belongs to Measurehead. Uh-oh. This guy's like covered in tattoos. Is he? Or is that a shirt? That looks like tattoos. Just look at him, the wonderful honk. Measurehead crushes all. Measurehead's amazing. Let's hit F5, guys. Hello there.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yes.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
The young woman at the giant's side
Don't
agrees.
say anything. Size him up first.
Okay. So say nothing, that's what authority wants. What do you mean? My body betrays my degeneracy. My body does not betray my degeneracy. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police and we need to get into the harbour. We don't have time to get into this now. Say nothing.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology?
A ripple of muscle passes underneath his skin. He lets you look.
It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger because you are not a threat to me.
I don't know what to say. Puff out your chest. Still say nothing. That's what authority wanted, right?
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
He looks down at you, taking stock of your physique.
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend.
Pedomorphic?
This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Okay, fair enough.
Jean, look. His body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Sorry, Mr. Measurehead. We need some better stats for this. Let's talk to the weird guy. I hope this doesn't result in anything bad.
You a scab now?
I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab.
His smile deepens, his wrinkles even more.
Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, "Let us cop for less money."
He chuckles, then realizes.
Speaking of, what brings the RCM here? To the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come to Martinez investigating a murder. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring. I'm a bit short on money right now. Can you give me some? What's the strike about anyway? Nice talk. Gotta get moving. Why are we asking everyone for money? We're investigating a murder.
Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You'd never see me investigating a murder.
It's actually very fun and easy. You're right. It's almost impossible. I'm 91% sure I'll never get it solved. I have no idea what I'm doing. Maybe you want to help me solve it by telling me who did it.
Of course, Policia. It wasn't me. You can rule me out. Easier that way.
He gives you a sly smile.
He didn't do it. It's the truth.
What's the strike about?
You know, serious business. I'm sure the big boss will be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first.
Uh-oh.
He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization.
Alright. Let's do that then. It says GRIH. The Greater Revachol Industrial Harbour. Should we talk to him? Alright. Let's hit just in case we die. That's the only reason I'm saving. I'm not save scumming.
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Wait, so aren't Scabs the ones who want to work and don't want to strike? The man yells towards the harbour gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot and oddly screechy for a man his size. What's going on?
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here.
The broad-shouldered alpha male turns to you. He's a full head taller than everybody else here.
You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down.
No.
Good. We're fighting for a cause here.
Right to work! Right to work!
Besides, we're not that different. It helps if people see us talking, cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
Strike breakers. What kind of a cause are we talking about? I don't think I've chosen any sides yet. Regardless, I have some questions for you. What kind of cause are we talking about?
Rights of people. Rights of workers. To have gainful employment. To make a salary. And feed their families.
I'm not really on either side, mate.
Might be time. Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially still workers. I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand them.
Right to work! Right to work!
I've got some questions, mate.
Maybe you should ask them the questions, like why we're not allowed to make a living here.
Shame on you!
He bellows to the gates.
We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
He points his finger at the man sitting on the railing.
So do we, Scab.
The loitering man hollers in return. What is a strike? What's your goal here?
We were promised work. We'd be in there, working, if the bastards hadn't shut the gates.
Okay. And you're unable to breach the entrance.
Main gate's locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Door's locked. The guard's blocking the way to the access panel. And I don't mean the scrawny mesk punk either. I mean head measurer. Or whatever he is.
Yeah. You could just talk to them.
Like civilized folk, you mean? These native fucks don't understand civilized.
It would be better for the neighborhood if you went home. At least for now. If you can't get in anyway.
No! They will give up eventually. Or get drunk. Leave the button unguarded. Then we charge.
The man rubs his jaw, a perfect, lightly bearded, square wedge. Who are the strikebreakers?
Honest men and women, with rights to work, to be useful, not toys for corporate interests.
The man runs a hand through his steadily greying military haircut.
We came here to help the harbor run smoothly in time of crisis. If union fucks don't want work, they ought to let in those who do want work.
So, Scabs on the side of the strike.
I have a question. Why do all these men follow your leadership?
The lieutenant looks him in the eye.
You think they follow because I'm big and loud? No. They follow the rules of the market, the rules of the economy, because they were
given a job to do!
Okay. I want to get to the harbour as well.
Have fun. Union shits are on full strike. Don't think they're going to let you through the gates. You trying to meet their fat boss?
I don't think we need to tell him about the investigation. It's an official matter. We're not discussing it with you.
Right to work!
It's shameful. Cops doing nothing. You should bring backup, open up the gates for us. Blockading gainful employment for workers is a crime.
I don't know.
We are not picking a side in this just yet, sir.
Pity.
Let us work!
When a bunch of ungrateful,
What's a strike?
lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls, but what do they want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way
Yeah.
he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Yeah.
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question, choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air.
Yeah, he's
The
a
clothes
mark.
are obviously not his.
Maybe he's here on orders of the higher ups of the company.
Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what.
Silence is the
You've
answer.
been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Where are you from?
What's it to you?
Deep set suspicion drips from every syllable. Curiosity, going to figure out this strike mess. Routine, part of the investigation. I thought you looked real familiar for a second there. Yeah, just part of the investigation.
Am I a suspect? Done no crimes. I only fight for the rights of people.
Already got that. I'm interested in your background.
We're all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
A bouncer where I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know. Sweet, I know bars. Been thrown out from several. Maybe that's why you seem familiar. I don't really drink, but work has taken me to some. Which one was it? Yeah, I frequent a lot of bars. Maybe it's one I know.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Well, I've got memory problems, so yeah, I think I've been there. Not right now, but I might have been there. I don't really remember things well. Never heard of it. Are you lying? Never heard of it.
We're done here. I have a strike to break.
He squints at you. A little spark of violence gusses in his eyes. Then he blinks and turns to his men. We're done here. I have a strike to break. I'll mess that up.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you!
I have further inquiries,
Things
mate.
are busy enough. You're going to waste less of my time?
We'll
The
see.
hulking man oozes stark skepticism.
Where are you from?
What's it to you?
Curiosity.
Big mess, caused by union greed. But I only fight for the rights of people.
Not gonna pry.
The man has turned his attention elsewhere. He shakes his fist slowly, while
What's it to you?
Thought you looked real familiar.
No. Don't think we've met before. I came to help out the people.
I'm interested in your
We're
background.
all workers, right? Workers stick together. Came from the eminent domain, in Jamrock. Backgrounds in odd jobs, heavy lifting, cargo hauling, bouncer work. I know the drill.
Which one was it? I don't really... Okay.
Worked at Territorial. Ring a bell?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Was a long time ago.
Man is quickly losing interest in talking with you. Okay, maybe there's some behind-the-scenes dice rolls. Let's talk to this guy. Now that we've spoken to him.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
I need to know what's behind these gates.
My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits.
He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through?
I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. The passage grants itself.
He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask.
Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful.
Okay. That's simple. I just walk in.
Aye. Walk right past Measurehead and go in.
Measurehead? I think I met
Yeah,
him.
the 2.5 meter tall Semini supremacist up there. Walk right past him,
Right.
then press the button to unlock the door, then go past him again, and you enter the arbor through the office. Está.
Huh. For some reason, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy.
Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best Measurehead in a physical confrontation. Or you could convert to a Semini supremacist worldview. Or, maybe it actually is completely impossible.
Have any of the Scabs tried to convert?
Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy has proven overly heroic for the Scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition.
Has anyone ever beat him up?
Not yet, no. He's incredibly strong.
Alright, got it.
Sure.
I'm talking to you, mate. Alright, we need to go and investigate somewhere else. It's a bit fruitless here. Made a few enemies now. And the day is getting long. The immediate copyright claim. We got copyright claim for like 9 seconds of this in like the first episode, I think. This coin-operated viewer has been banged up, inoperable. Hello there, sir. The ad reads broken window. Tibbs has windows. If you had a bag in your hand, perhaps you could collect these bottles and sell them, right? To Roundabout North. To Capeside Apartments, Martinez Pier. You hear the distant squall of seabirds. Thank you. The things I've seen and said. Equip this to collect tear from the streets. Okay, now we look homeless. And we're dumpster diving. Splatter of bullet holes lines the wall. Nice. Okay. There was a couple of dudes over this way, right? So. Hey there, fellas.
Have you no shame? Whining about your back every time you bring out the measuring tape.
René Arnaud.
René, you're a man with a fork in a world of soup. Please, let's just try to enjoy the game, alright?
The other one is eating a big sandwich.
I'm trying to, but you keep breaking my concentration. You're old. I can see that. We're both old. Now stop grabbing your ass like it's a girl.
Okay. Show them how it's done. Moment of your time, fellas. Yeah, let's impress them. Which way are we facing?
You are immediately surprised by the bull's lack of weight. No matter, you'll make it work.
Taking the
A chilly
surroundings.
breeze ruffles your hair as you stand there, feet firmly planted. All sounds, smells, even the wind, everything fades until the only thing left is the union of man and ball.
Feel the ball.
The cold metal ball is surprisingly smooth against your neck. It has a pattern on it, probably a sponsored ball. Yours would only be covered with bumps of learning and scars of victory. Already your muscles are adjusting to the weight, the nervous system calibrating, until you and the ball have merged into a single entity. The man ball is ready.
So it says it's ready. There is time for a last glance inward. Who am I? No, let's let go. Be the ball. Did that work?
Merde! Bordel de merde!
Outrage?
What the hell is your problem?
I don't understand.
Vandalized our game, son! We can't play pétanque with 5 bull!
Oh. Oh, I thought it was shot
Well,
put.
it damn well isn't. It's pétanque. You ruined a pétanque game. We want our bull back.
Take it easy, René. This is just a misunderstanding, isn't it, officer? No harm done.
Of course there's harm done, you orange slug. You are as a goddamn bull.
Alright, I'll try and fix it.
Mistakes are forgiven, when men at least try to right their wrongs. I believe you will try. Now why did you approach us?
Just talk. It'll smooth things over. Old people like attention.
Do you know anything about the man in the backyard?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement. But this affair has passed me by completely.
And what about the other locals?
In Martinez, the union is the law. So can you really blame them?
But you don't have a problem with cops?
Cop is a pejorative term. I don't have a problem with policemen. On the contrary, I admire the effort to bring order to our streets.
So again, you don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I'm an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
Okay.
This is a man with a lot of past, but little present, and almost no future.
Now, you seem to be playing in a crater.
Yes. The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Does it have anything to do with all the bullet holes I've been seeing around, or do you know what created it?
I do. Fire from heavy artillery.
Okay, it's a crater left by artillery fire, but why?
Why what?
Why was heavy artillery used?
Because that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy ordnance to clean up your home.
Wait, who are the communards again? Did you use artillery fire against them? Maybe we can do this history lesson later.
Fine. What do you want now, then?
I saw the statue of Philip III near the roundabout.
Ah, yes. King Philip III, on his steed. A reminder of what Revachol once was.
Oh, absolutely. At the mercy of a cocaine-snorting tyrant who emptied the treasury so he could sleep on a bed of gold.
A superpower, feared and respected. A testament to what this country can be under the leadership of a true king. Someone who knows how to rule.
Okay, so did it used to be a monarchy then? And how should a king rule?
Decisively, without fear of offending the sensibilities of the frail and weak-minded among his subjects. This is something the insurgents never understood.
Seems to me a leader should take care of his people before himself. Powerful leaders not afraid to do what must be done. That's what this country needs. No, he should take care of his people.
A nation is only as strong as its leader. That's why it was such madness to try to...
Don't get started on that again. What happened, happened.
There's some weariness in his voice. Now, he's heard this rant many times before. I mean, yeah, the only constant of the times is change, right? No political system is going to rule in perpetuity.
The Carabiner doesn't reply, but his entire being communicates unbreakable resolve.
What was that about cocaine?
Oh, Old Philip was a big fan of the purple nose candy the nobility loved so much. A cocaine connoisseur of sorts. His egocentricity is borderline legendary.
You can't even take responsibility for yourself. How could you fathom the responsibility weighing on the shoulders of a ruler?
He asks, obviously annoyed.
That's why the Philippian kings use cocaine, for clarity of vision, to aid in their work. Regnum cocainum, Revachol's finest years.
He seems to grow taller, brimming with pride about the past.
Of course. Clarity of vision. Awareness.
Philip III was even brought into this world with the help of cocaine. The court made him administer the dose to his mother when she was in labor, and it is well known that with the help of cocaine, only the purest, of course, he was able to connect with higher realms.
Man, cocaine's like, in terms of neurology, is one of like the worst drugs you can do in terms of like the long time damage it does to your dopagenic system.
Higher realms. Of course, it all makes sense.
I mean, I'm not saying that certain drugs can't be enlightening of some sorts. A lot of natural drugs and psychedelics and stuff can be enriching to the mind, but cocaine certainly isn't one of them. It completely ruins your dopamine system, and it just results in you not being able to experience any kind of basic pleasure in your life after you've abused it for too long. Yeah, irresponsible.
From what I've seen of the officers of the RCM. But I don't want to get into a debate about drug policies.
Let's talk about something else. Thanks for your time. What have we picked up? Oh, the bag. Yeah, base of the lost bottle. Let's just have a look down here first. See if it's appeared on the shore. No? Anywhere? I'm sure we'll find it at some point. Enormous bulls worthy of a real man. A lonely cormorant surveys the sea, indifferent to your approach. The belly of this boat shines like it was recently painted. What have we got here?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building.
Why am I looking at this?
You have no clue. It's just a wall.
Great. Okay, we are recycling stuff. Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane, roundabout north. Cape Side Apartments. Inside the frame of a motorcycle in...
Up here, Piggo.
Oi! How do we get up there? There's a girl up there. Did she spill the paint? Let's see if we can get in.
A sturdy metal door guards the southwest entrance to the apartment building. It's locked.
Alright guys, we're about to touch the hour mark. I know we haven't got much done here, but there's going to be episodes like this, isn't there? But, you know, we spoke to... We still went and spoke to the Scabs, right? We spoke to the muscly guy. We spoke to the racist guy. And we got an idea of the situation over there. And, you know, we learnt a bit about the politics of everything down there. And we'll maybe head into the apartment buildings in the next episode. But it's getting quite late now. And I'm achieving nothing. But it's all part of the fun, right? We'll get there eventually. Oi! Alright, I'll see you in the next episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Just remember, everybody, never trust an uncrate. I'll see you there.